Are you planning to take your cat on a flight? You may be wondering, can my cat travel in the cabin with me? What type of carrier should I use? How do I keep my cat calm and comfortable during a flight? Will I need any special documents like a health certificate to fly with my cat? And many more questions that will be answered in the video. I am the Cat Butler, and as someone who has flown with my two Ragdoll cats, Teemo and Arya, I have learned firsthand the tips and tricks to make the journey as smooth and stress-free as possible for both you and your cat. In this video, we'll walk you through everything you need to know about traveling with a cat on an airplane. The first thing to consider when flying with your cat is whether your trip is domestic or international, as the requirements can differ significantly. Domestic travel within the United States generally involves simpler preparation, such as ensuring your cat's vaccinations are up to date and obtaining an airline-approved carrier. For international travel, the process is more complex and varies widely by country. For example, countries like Australia have strict biosecurity laws, requiring extensive paperwork, health checks, and quarantine periods of at least 10 days to prevent the introduction of foreign diseases. Similarly, traveling to Hawaii, even though it's a US state, involves unique requirements due to its rabies-free status, including rabies tests and quarantine for your cat. It's essential to check the destination country's pet import rules well in advance, as some processes can take months to complete. Proper preparation ensures a smoother journey and avoids complications at customs or border controls. The next important thing to consider is proper health and documentation. This is essential for flying with your cat to ensure compliance with airline policies and government regulations, especially when flying international. Most airlines require proof of vaccinations, particularly rabies, to confirm your pet is healthy and poses no risk to other passengers or animals. Additionally, you'll need a health certificate issued by a licensed veterinarian. This certificate typically states that your cat is fit to travel and free from contagious diseases and must be issued within a specific time frame, often 10 to 14 days before the flight. In addition, many countries require a pet passport, which includes vaccination records and other essential health information. You may also need import permits or certifications approved by the destination country's agricultural or animal health authorities. Other countries require you to have a microchip and an ID tag, so ensuring you have the correct documentation not only protects your pet, but also prevents delays, fines, or even denial of entry at your destination. So schedule a visit to your veterinarian at least 2 weeks before the trip. The next decision you need to consider is whether your cat travels with you in the cabin, in cargo, or in checked baggage. Some airlines do not allow your cat to travel in cargo or as checked baggage, so this would impact which airline you decide to fly with. For in-cabin travel, your cat gets to sit right next to you while you travel. For cargo, pets are transported in the cargo hold, which is a separate, pressurized, and temperature-controlled compartment designed specifically for animals and other freight. It is often used for pets that cannot travel in the cabin due to size or airline restrictions. Pets can also fly on a separate flight from you, which is different from checked baggage, which requires you to be on the same flight. Lastly, the cost is usually more expensive than checked baggage because of the additional handling and specialized care. For checked baggage, pets travel in the same plane as their owner, but in a pressurized and temperature-controlled area of the cargo hold. They are checked in at the passenger terminal along with your luggage. This is typically less expensive than cargo-only services, but availability depends on the airline and specific flight. I highly recommend in-cabin travel, as it is generally safer and less stressful for your pet. After reading several horror stories of cats traveling in cargo or as a checked baggage, I would never put Teemo and Arya through that experience. For example, a 2-year-old tabby named Felix became lost at the JFK airport after his carrier was crushed in transportation, allowing the tabby to escape into the expansive Kennedy Airport cargo area. Another story was a Sphinx kitten dying from the cold in cargo, despite it being climate controlled. So if you can choose to fly with your cat, fly with them in the cabin, so you always have eyes on them. Only you would ensure they get the best care and comfort they deserve during a journey. If you enjoyed this video so far, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. We make videos on helping you become the best cat owner, so please join us. The next decision you need to make is which airline you should fly with. When choosing an airline to travel with your cat, prioritize pet-friendly policies, as some airlines are significantly more accommodating to pets than others. Ensure your cat can fly safely in the cabin with you, and look for carriers that offer clear guidelines on carrier size, the number of pets allowed per flight, fees, whether your cat can travel in the cabin or must go in the cargo hold, and booking procedures for pets. So it's best to make your flight reservations in advance to secure a spot for your pet. Airlines that are known for being pet-friendly often provide a more seamless and less stressful experience for both you and your cat. For my flight with Teemo and Arya, I chose to fly with Alaska Airlines. Based on my research, they seem to be one of the more pet-friendly airlines in the United States. I paid a $100 fee for both Teemo and Arya. Since they were small kittens and can fit in one carrier, I was only charged $100. Otherwise, if they were adults, it would be $100 per cat, and I would have to buy another seat just for one of the cats. Because you're only allowed one cat per seat on the plane. Overall, I had a great experience flying with Alaska Airlines. But comment down below, what are your experiences with other airlines? When choosing your seat, be aware that you'll not be able to sit in an exit row or against a bulkhead. There must be a seat in front of you for the carrier. The next decision you need to make is choosing the right carrier. Airlines have specific carrier requirements for pets traveling in the cabin. The carrier must fit under the seat in front of you and be well ventilated, secure, and comfortable for your cat to stand, turn around, and lie down. You can choose between a hard-sided carrier or a soft-sided carrier. Soft-sided carriers are often preferred for airline travel as they can fit more easily under seats and provide added comfort for your cat, while hard-sided carriers offer more durability and protection, making them ideal for larger or more active pets. Dimensions vary by airline, so check their regulations in advance and confirm the carrier complies with airline rules to avoid last-minute issues at check-in. For Teemo and Arya, I use a soft-sided carrier like this one, as it's just easier to put under your seat and easier to clean if your cat has an accident. I'll link their airline carrier in the description below. At the airport, you'll need to carry your cat through security, while the travel carrier goes through the X-ray screening device. This can be risky for skittish cats like Arya. She gets scared when there are too many strangers and may run away. So to avoid a potential airport chase scene, you can request a private screening, where security takes you and your cats to a private room for inspection. That's exactly what I did, because the thought of losing Teemo and Arya at the airport was too much for me. On the day of travel, do not feed your cat food before the flight. Traveling on an empty stomach minimizes the risk of nausea and vomiting, which can make your life easier. To address your cat's need to urinate or poop during travel, I recommend lining the carrier with an absorbent puppy potty pad. You should also carry extra pads as well, a couple of Ziploc bags, some paper towels, and a few pairs of latex gloves for any cleanup. Lastly, you should bring with you some treats or cat food in case your cat gets hungry and starts to cause a scene. Only feed them a little bit so they can go back to sleep. Spraying a pheromone spray like Feliway can also keep them calmer during the flight. Pheromones like Feliway help keep cats calm by mimicking the natural pheromones that cats produce, and they feel safe and comfortable in their environment. I'll link Feliway in the description below. I hope this video has answered all your questions about traveling with your cat on a plane. I wish you and your cat a safe and happy flight. Comment down below if you have any other tips you may have when flying with your cat on a plane.